Hey guys, it's Chris from Get in the Van You Can. Welcome. And I hope the fans aren't too loud. I do have the fans running. It's getting warm today, about 94 degrees where I'm at. And I'll be honest, we've had some good days this summer, and we've had some bad days. So it's been a mixture, 50-50. Good temperatures, cooler temperatures, and then we've also had some scorching hot couple weeks, the whole beginning of the summer. I hope everyone's doing all right, and I miss you all. Currently, I'm in a not so great situation in some ways, but in the ways that it is good, it's severely good. I'm employed, I'm making good money, and when I first applied to the company that I applied for, and to get the job, I took a completely different job. I took it in retail, which is like, sales merchant basically, is what I was. And it was a good, cool job. I mean, the place I was working was cool, and I liked everything about it. But I wasn't making any hours, and I wasn't making any money to begin with, you know what I mean? So there was like some good parts about the job that I don't want to really go into a lot of detail on here, but there were benefits to the job which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I got to participate in a lot of that, and ended up injuring my foot doing the same activity, and got a little infection. I've been hospitalized for it. Man, I tell you what, life's getting rough these days, especially with being a type 1 diabetic, and I've had it for 44 years. So I've had an easy life with diabetes. I'll be honest with you, I really have. I can see good. I can still walk, and I can move. I do have terrible neuropathy in my hands. I don't think anything's going to really take care of it. They give me a medicine for it that I can take up to 3 times a day. But I'm not sure I really feel any better after taking the medicine than I did to begin with. So like I go back and forth, and some days I'm like, oh yeah, you need to do something, and then I do it, and I get the feeling that I get, and I don't really care for it. So I don't know. The medicine's also terrible for you. I'm not a doctor, but anyway. So let me move on. Things are going okay now, so I've got a decent job. I've got several places to park the van, which are agreeable. So the good news with my job is I start at 5:30 a.m. So the good news is about that is I may be somewhere, you know what I mean? I may pull in the evening and I'm going to park at your spot, but I'm not there when you come in the morning. I'm gone. So nobody really thinks that much about it. And those of you who know me know I like to move around every night. You know what I mean? I don't return to the same spot night after night, with the exception of home. When I'm there, then I pretty much stay at between 2 different places, and both are extremely comfortable and nice to be at. But anyway, that's nothing to do with this video. So today, I was wanting to talk about some of the upgrades that I've made. As you can see in the background, the van is still not finished yet. It's not completed, but I have built a kitchen counter. I've installed the inverter so I could run a microwave in here, and got a microwave, and it's doing okay. The inverter kicks out a little bit. I bought a 1,000 watt to 2,000 watt wave inverter, and it seems like it would help because the microwave is 900 watts. It's not quite 1,000 watts, and I can run it, I don't know, 30-45 seconds, no trouble. So if I have to flip it on and off a few times, it's all right. But I'm not sure. I'm thinking about buying a larger inverter and seeing if that helps the situation out, because what I am running is not touching my battery at all. And I want you to know, I have been super fortunate with solar. You know, from especially from where I started. You know, I think I had 100 amps between like 4 different panels. I was going to a lead acid battery. You know what I mean? Didn't have a refrigerator. Didn't have a good lighting system. Everything was recharged off those battery blocks that used to be popular. And every once in a while, I just have to go somewhere and just charge up 6 of those blocks, and I was good to go for another week. You know. But life has changed, as all of our lives change, and I've started to enjoy the comforts now. So I've got a 48-quart Bouge RV refrigerator / freezer. So it's a dual zone refrigerator freezer. You can set both sides to freezer, both sides to refrigerator. But I've got half and half, and I am now at 29 degrees and 34 degrees. And the 34, of course, is my refrigerator. The 29 is the freezer. It does fluctuate sometimes depending on the heat in the van and everything else, but it works well. To power the van, I have two 200-watt solar panels now, also by Bouge RV, and those run through the top down into a 40-amp MPPT solar charge controller, and it is also manufactured by Bouge RV, the same ones that make my panels. Well, I'm not sure about my panels, to be honest with you. I don't know, but I think they are, and the same ones that make my refrigerator. So I've been pretty satisfied with them. They seem to be a reputable company. Price isn't overwhelming, you know what I mean? It's doable. And I've had good luck with everything that I bought. I have had solar problems, issues, things come in wiring. I mean, guys, let me tell you something. When you install your solar, do it yourself. Know where the connections are. Make those connections available. Don't just go bending and tucking things everywhere. Keep it as short as possible, but long enough to make a little repair if you need to, or to add some wire, you know what I mean? Whatever you got to do. But you got to think ahead before you just go start doing this stuff. I recommend you live in the van for like a year before you do anything. Just sit around and think about it. Look around. Give yourself a chair. Give yourself a bed. If you want to get a little power right away, some solar or something like that, go ahead and do it. Do what you can. But the main thing is just spend time in the van to know what is it that I don't have. What is it I'm missing? I mean, I'm described to you. I've got several fans, keeping the air circulated. I got overhead roof fan, a little side fan. I've got a freezer and a refrigerator. I've got a microwave to heat some food. I've got a hookup to gas. I think it's like 10 or 12 gallons or something like that underneath the van. So I've got a cook stove. I can cook on top. I can do whatever I want to do. I have absolutely no worries. I have lights that are ran by the solar. Everything that I mentioned is going right now, and I am currently at let's see, 100% with the solar that I'm receiving right now. I'm receiving enough solar to keep the battery at 100% charge and continue to run the lights, to run the fans, to run the freezer, to run the refrigerator, if I want to run the microwave, and it's plenty. I think that's the only thing that I would like to add, and that's, I don't need it. I have yet to need it, but I think there will come a time when my electrical will increase that I would like to have another 100 amp hour battery. So that would give me a total of 200 amp hours of battery storage, double what I have now. But I have no trouble now. I'm telling you, I have no trouble whatsoever. So I'm surviving fine. You know, not everyone, of course, would even want to move into a vehicle and live in a van. I mean, I get it. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? But for those of you that want to, man, you know, you're a couple years behind. So the vans are expensive now. Interest rates outrageous. It's not the same deal it used to be. You know what I mean? I used to. I save more now, to be honest with you. I don't pay rent. I don't pay a mortgage. I have no insurance expenses other than vehicle. I think it's like a $60 or something, 16, but I don't know, $60 probably to renew the vehicle, and an inspection, which is, for mine, is a safety only. It's like $17 or something like that. So I mean, you're talking about like annual expense of, you know, less than what most of you are only paying in mortgage or in rent, and that's just ridiculous, you know. So my van isn't spectacular, you know what I mean, but it's awesome. It's perfect for me. I can eat in it, I can sleep in it, I can cook in it, I can stay comfortable in it. I can have refrigerated and frozen groceries, you know what I mean? And I'm getting all this for nothing. I mean, I've got probably $2,000 invested, you know, in maybe a little more than in what I've got, you know what I mean? But that's nothing for the year, you know, a couple of years that I've had off the enjoyment from this. I'm telling you what, man, if you really wanted to do something to change your life, to save up some cash, to you know, just to clear a lot of the overhead like drama that's going on in life, and you're the kind of person that can be alone, you can deal with different situations, different types of people, you know what I mean? If you can, like, mentally, are you able to deal with the type of lifestyle it is, and you'll know this real quick, you know what I mean? You'll be in your like head at first thinking, oh my goodness, you know, everything's wrong, and I'm worried about this, and what do I do about that? And I hear it all the time in these groups and chats and stuff. Everyone's so freaked out. Just get in the vehicle, have a way to block it off so you can change clothes or do whatever you need to do, you know what I mean? And just move on. Let me tell you, speaking of closing your vehicle, I'm going to show you something real quick. Let's see if I can. Hang on 1 second, guys. Oh, no. I thought I could flip this thing over. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll just hold it like this. So those covers right there, they're by So Cozy. They sent me the covers. They put a nice little note with it. They were very friendly. I totally recommend them. 100% recommend the So Cozy covers. The side covers fit fantastic. They're magnetic at the top. The front window cover also fits well, and my van has a high top on it, and there were some things done, you know, during that process where they had to get in there or something, and there was some looseness, but the So Cozy cover fits up into the top of that, you know what I mean? And I don't have anything to worry about. So I get insulation from it. I get the ability, right now both front side windows are open. I don't know if you can see all of it or not. Can't see the camera. But anyway, the vents it's open for ventilation. So between that and the top vent that I've got pulling air, I'm pulling air out. I'm sucking air in from the front windows to make up the air supply, and I also have a fan by my side. So, like, it's 94 degrees. I'm not sweating. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I've just totally adapted to the temperature, and that's only recent. Like, when I started this for the first 5 or 6 years, I went, where the climate suit my clothes. You know what I mean? So I didn't. I'd be up high in elevation, in Colorado or South Dakota. I mean, I always was in an area where the climate suited my clothes, and I could deal with whatever I was in. So this summer, I've worked in the Southeast, and it's been remarkably hot. Some days we've had it easy the others, but I mean, when it gets hot down here, it gets hot, and it gets humid and muggy. And those that don't know it, I mean, it's a different life, you know what I mean? And I wonder sometimes, these people I work with, some days I sweat a lot at night, so I'll towel myself off and use I've got these wipes, what do they call it, like dude wipes or something like that. I clean myself up, put on some deodorant, go to work, but I wonder some days, But I get through. I maintain. One thing you got to do is you got to don't let your appearance go downhill. And I'm not saying I'm a good-looking guy or anything like that. Cut your hair, shave your beard if you have one, keep yourself trimmed, keep yourself nice, keep yourself light, you know what I mean, so you can clean up easy, You can use water, you can heat it if you want to, whatever you got to have. You can stay clean doing this life. Regardless of whether you have a shower or not. I do have a shower. That I belong to a gym that's just a couple miles away, so I'm able to take advantage of free showers, and it's fine. It's cool. I've done it before. I'll probably do it again. I think I pay $15 now a month, so $15 and I can shower every day. That's important. You know what I mean? So just pay attention to those types of things. I tell you what, I was going to show you around the van a little bit, but I tell you what, just like and subscribe. You know what I mean? I need subscribers bad, and I would like to start getting some, and I would like to start putting some effort into these videos. I don't think I've recorded a single video in the last year. So much has happened. Like it's just ridiculous. Like all the stuff that's happened. It's ridiculous. I made the choices I made. It's ridiculous. I had the consequences I had. Just everything is just whatever. It's taken care of as long as I keep maintaining some income. And right now it's going all right. So please like, please subscribe. I need followers. Comment. I need comments. Do you have questions or topics that you want to see in these videos? So just real quick, those of you who don't know it, I have lived in this van for 7 years. I'm almost at the 7-year mark, so look, just a few days short of it. You know what I mean? And I've done this. I've done it with nothing, and I've done it with everything. You know what I mean? And the life I live. I've talked about it and described some of the benefits. No power bill, no rent, whatever. It is a small place. Summers are hot. You know what I mean? I've got ways to overcome the problems that I have. Like I can deal with. I can. And if you can, then tell me your experiences. There are things you want to know about the life. Any questions that you have, put them in the comments. I'd love to respond, and I would love the interaction. So I hope you guys have a great day and everything goes well, and I will talk to you soon.